All right, guys, what's going on? This is a haul video, but you know me, I cannot just do a haul video without making it to be a learning, something to be learned from it. Um, I've been sick over the past few days, and it was about 11 o'clock this morning, and I'm sitting there. I've got really bad sinuses, just feeling like crap, and I said to myself, man, I'd sure like to go to a yard sale or something. So I'm like, okay, I think I have enough in me to go to one. So what I did is I went to my yard sale app and I was scrolling through and I'm like, I gotta find a good one. And so I'm scrolling through and I come across this one. It's like 15 miles away. And in the pictures, it had a carpet cleaner. It had uh, a La Simbra M31 Bistro, which is like a really high end espresso machine. If you want to know what it is, you can just Google um, M31 Bistro, and it'll come up. I think they are asking $700 for it. So I'm like, oh, and then there was a picture of a reel to reel player sitting there with two metal reels on it. And I'm like, this is it. So I got there and I'm looking and I I'm like, this is some pretty cool stuff. So I got to the reel to reel and it had $20 on a stick it. Well, actually, here's the stick it note. It had $20 sticking on one of the reels, and I said, "Is it $20 for the whole thing, or what?" She goes, "Yeah, for the whole everything is $20." And I'm looking at it, and I already knew that it was a teak or a tiak. Some people call it different things. I knew the model. It was a model 3340, and those things can be worth some big money. We're talking anywhere between 400 and $1,000. Pretty easy. And this thing looked good, but I'm like, you know, something. I'm not feeling good. Uh, I don't want to mess with testing it. I don't want to mess with anything. And I'm thinking, but I want those metal reels. And so I said, would you take $10 just for the metal reels? I said, I've already got a player. I said, well, let me back up. Let me back up. Because I asked her, I said, well, you mind if I test it? She goes, sure. So she went downstairs. I plugged it in and it worked pretty good. I mean, if I wasn't feeling so bad, I probably would have bought it. It was only $20 with the two 10.5 inch metal reels. And after the fact, I'm sitting there saying, Chad, you're an idiot. It was probably easy $500 to $700. And I might get up early in the morning and go back and get it and offer. I'd still give them the $20 for that, even though I got the reels for 10, so I took half of it. But anyway, I'll show you the reels, and then I've just got to show you where it went from there. And I don't know, how do I switch this? Is this how I switch it? Oh shoot. Okay, well, we're gonna start here. There's some little things I got. This is one of those LG hotspots. I've sold these before. It was $3, and I don't think I can go wrong with it. I really don't. And I've actually sold these before. This was a Sony. It's the little mini disc, and it's the Walkman, Sony Walkman. Those actually sell pretty well, and there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's one inside there. So for $5, you can't beat that. This is it was $5. It's I didn't know what it was, but I know that name Korg is good when it comes to like musical stuff. But this is a Korg Nano Pad 2. It's digital, so I haven't even checked it out. I'm assuming maybe $50. I'm not totally sure, but picked this up, and I love stuff like this. This is one of those talking chess. Uh, I'm hoping 50 to $100 on this. They have so many different models, and this thing is in mint condition. It's got the book inside it and all that. Okay, here's the metal reels. Okay, here's the metal reels. What I did was, she goes, okay, I'll take those. So not only did I take the reels off, I actually took the hubs off for it too. Those things, these right here, are probably $35 a piece. Okay, and then here's some pads, adjustment pads. These will sell. I might just sell those with those. But yeah, metal reels, guys. Depending on the brand, you're talking, depending on the brand, 25 to $65 per reel. And these, the TEAC, sorry, or teak, these should do close to $60 a piece. $60 a piece. So yeah, those were really worth. So I'm like, $10, you know, and she took it. So I not only did I take the reels, I could have taken the whole damn thing for 20. So I showed her, I'm like, okay, I got these. These hold the reels on. She goes, okay. So, and there was a big tub of wires and just all kinds of stuff in here. It was $5 for everything, and this was inside it. This is an Optimus unidirectional microphone, and it is a 33-3017, and that's probably 25 to $50, pretty easy. So, and I've got one of the connectors I'll probably put with that and get probably a little bit more. And sitting here next to the this bucket of stuff was this. It was $10. It's a double kicker. I don't really know exactly how that works, but yeah, $10. I think I should do pretty good on that. And this is here's something else, guys. And I about fell out of my chair. Okay, let me explain this. Before I went upstairs is where a bunch of this stuff was. I was coming to the garage and I saw that carpet cleaner, and it looked like it said it was a Duramade. So when I went inside, when I was upstairs, I typed in on my phone Duramade carpet cleaner, and nothing came up. So I'm just like, okay, I just forgot about it. And then I walked into the back room and I saw this sitting there, $7. And I asked her, I said, ma'am, are all these old reel-to-reel $7? She goes, yeah, it's $7 for the whole pile. I'm like, really? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll take them. So I'm thinking in my head, I'm thinking, I saw that right there. And I'm like, oh shit. If those are what I think they are, okay? Because I recognized, here's an old Maxell. Here's a Scotch recording tape. Oh, there's two of them in here. Two metals. Okay, remember what I said, between 25 and 65 a piece. And here's a Memorex, and that's a metal. It's a metal one. Then I'm like, I get down to these bottom four, and I'm like, please let them be the Maxell metals. Please. They should be according to the box, because I know the 35-180, those are metal. So I opened the first one. I'm like, yes, yes, yes. And then I go to the second one. This is like mint condition. And I'm like, yes, 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 yes. $7 for this whole pile. And then I'm like, yes, oh my gosh, I'm loving this. And I'm thinking, oh, just in these Maxells, I've got like $200 easy. I'm like, oh man, yes, $7 for that pile, okay? $7 for that pile. And then I got these bolt cutters. These are old LMP or something bolt cutters. And I'm like, huh. Oh, and here's a Kai head cleaner for the reel-to-reel. So, now that I had this stuff, I'm like, I paid $55 for all of this, okay? 55 bucks for everything, okay? 10 bucks, 5 bucks, 10 bucks, 5 bucks, 7 bucks, 5 bucks, 5 bucks, 3, 5. So it was like 55 bucks, I'm pretty sure. So I'm like, okay, I got to get all this crap downstairs. And I have to get it done, it paid for, and get it in my car because you're thinking in your head, oh my God, because before they figure out what the hell they got, I've got to get out of here. So I go down, and as I'm walking through the garage, I look down at the carpet cleaner. I'm like, oh, okay, it's not a Duramaid, it's a Durmaid, Durrmaid. So I'm like, okay, I just needed to get out of there. So I get in the car and I drive. I go to McDonald's, and I'm sitting there, and got my sausage egg McMuffin and a hash brown. So I'm sitting there eating it, and I'm like, oh, Durmaid. Okay, let me look that up on eBay. So I went and I typed it in right, Durrmaid. And man, when I pulled that up, it said $800. And I'm like, what? So I called Kim. I'm like, oh crap, I think I just screwed up. I was in such a hurry to get out of there that I didn't take the time to check this thing out. So let's go over here. So she goes, you've got to go. What's up, Matt? She says, you've got to go back. You've got to go back. They had $75 on it. And I'm like, okay, this is the 1500 model. Yeah, it's called a Durmaid hot water extractor or something like that. You don't use soap with it, I guess. But I mean, this stuff is like heavy duty. I mean, they use this has got to be like industrial. But the ones on eBay I saw don't have this. I saw one sold for 200 bucks just for this stainless steel. So anyway, Kim's like, you got to go back. So I go back there, and there's a big sign that says, we're closed for today. We'll see you tomorrow. And I'm like, oh crap. I went and beat on the door, and they came. I'm like, I'm sorry. I got all the way home, and I told my wife, I told him that, sorry, Kim called me and says, will you help me carry the groceries in? So it cut me off. And she said, I said, I'm sorry, I got all the way home, and I told my wife you had a carpet cleaner. You mind if I come and look at it? He's like, yeah, they had $75 on it. And yeah, it's the 1500. And so, man, this is heavy duty stuff. So I talked to him for a minute, and I'm like, man, will you take 50 bucks for it? And so they did. So we're into this whole haul, $105. And yeah. The lesson to be learned here is, and let me know if you guys have done this in the past, you get so excited about something that you forget about what you were looking at, and you left it. And yeah, but I think, well, I don't know, that carpet cleaner. What do you think, honey?
The carpet cleaner?
What did you think when I called you and sent
the carpet cleaner, I think, is worth going back.
Yeah.
Sure. So.
Would you have beat on the door if it was closed?
Door. Yeah, I would have beat on the door. That's the first thing I asked you. Did you beat on the door?
Well, I didn't tell Kim. Well, I think I told her that they had a reel-to-reel player, but I just wanted the reels. Well, it's the It's a TIAC 3340, and those run between 400 and $1,000. I think I'll get up early in the morning and go back and get that.
Yeah, that was kind of dumb leaving that.
But you know, I've been
I
sick,
know, I
and it's
know.
like, man,
You wouldn't mess
it's
with
gonna
it.
sit there. I don't want to mess with it.
Yeah.
I really want the reel. So, but yeah, all right, guys, man, this is awesome, guys. Bolo, if you ever come across metal reels, reel to reel, metal reels, they are worth picking up. Typically, you can get them pretty cheap. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, I paid $10 for these two, and then around the corner in the room, it was, let's see, how many is there total? One, oh, there's two in that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 reels for $7. Metal reels at that, and they're Maxells 35 180s. There's 4 of those. Holy cow. Yeah. But that's it, guys. That's the little haul video for the day. And I'm glad I decided to go out and do one video. And, well, that's it.